Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval. Today we will be reviewing the American ship Helena. Now, this ship may seem quite similar to another ship that's already in the game, that one being Brooklyn, and she is quite similar. She has the same armament for the most part, but there are a few major differences. These differences mainly being in the form of how useful she can be. So let's take a look at what she can equip. Well, first off, I do want to notice that she is able to use radar. Now, radar in this game is not very useful, I found out. Um, there's only certain instances where you can kind of get the general direction of where a ship is. However, for the most part, radar is basically worthless. However, that is the only thing you can use in this slot, so therefore it is installed. You can either choose between a repair or an anti-air barrage. Now, yes, you can see all the 20 mils, the 5-inch guns, and even a couple 40 mils on the ship, but her AA is not actually that good, and you don't shoot down many aircraft, so I do not focus on an air defense. Her main ability and usefulness is derived from all these 6-inch guns. With 15 6-inch guns, you are easily able to overwhelm anything. Now, high explosive is deadly, and armor piercing is quite powerful as well. Going back to my earlier Mogami video, don't be afraid of the small caliber to switch to armor piercing. You can definitely use a lot, or cause a lot of damage using armor piercing if you get the right target. Now, however, I do want to mention that she only gets about 2 health recharges though, so you do have limited health, and that is one of the main drawbacks. You don't have very much armor either, so you have to play your ship smart, I guess you can say, because if you play it too aggressively, you're going to be sunk really quickly, and if you play it too defensively or passively, then you're not going to make much of a contribution. I should also mention that your shell arcs are going to be very, very high. Your shell velocity is only about 811 meters per second for high explosive and 862 for armor piercing. So, now that we know a little bit about this ship, let's take her on a game and show you what she can do. Alright, now we're in a game, 3 battleships and 5 cruisers. Now, this ship destroys battleships without a doubt. And it's not just the one-shot thing that usually you're familiar with. It just burns them down. And the 15 high explosive shells, you're not going to last long under it. It's very fun to burn ships. This is one of my favorite ships in the game. Alright, now I have a few health buffs and speed buffs, so those are above normal, so keep that in mind. Secondaries are not that impressive. It only has 4 double 5-inch guns. You're not going to do anything with those, even if you do find that you're inside range of a destroyer. But, I mean, if you're able to see a destroyer, then 15 6-inch shells should definitely be able to handle it as well. We're going to go this way. The gun angles on the ship are pretty good as well. You can see that with this kind of angle, you're able to get all your guns off. Now, this kind of might be even a better angle, because like I said, your armor is not that strong. You only had max of 165 millimeters. And that was probably on the turret faces. I didn't really look that close. But still. You're not very strong, and you can be easily destroyed. Your maneuverability is really good too as well, though, you can tell. You're easily able to maneuver around shells and other ships, so you have to use that to your advantage as well. Mainly the ship likes to be a long-range, high-explosive spammer that maneuvers to not get hit, and that is how it is best used when using against other players. Bots, you don't really have to care that much. I mean, bots only focus you if you're the last or only thing that they can see. So that means you're able to get some really good games. The one thing I do have a problem with about the radar is that you can never tell where the range is. But that's what the radar looks like, and you could see it. Oh, well, you could almost see it. When a ship is found in radar, it has like a little blue outline, but it does not tell you exactly where the ship is. It just say, okay, well, there's a target here in this general area. But you can see the rate of fire, and you're just going to drown every ship you come across in high explosive. And for instance, if I switch to armor piercing, which I probably will, for the Zagano, you can practically one-shot it. But you can see how just powerful, look at that, 5,000 damage in that one volley in a fire. This ship is gone, and it's just started the game. Armor piercing is still loaded. Helena has a bit of an angle, but we'll see how it works. Yeah, 9 ricochets. That's alright, she's giving us more broadside. 7,000 damage. 3 citadels, 14, and she's practically gone already. Now switching back to high explosive, because the hood here is not giving me a lot of angle, and I'm just going to ricochet everything if I shoot armor piercing. But I don't need to, because I get 6,000 damage just with high explosive. Now watch how much this armor piercing can take down on battleships as well. Look at that, 6,000 more high explosive. Armor piercing in the upper belt, 14,000 damage. It is insane how much damage this ship can put out. Boom. And this is why this ship is so dangerous. However, you are very weak if you look at a citadel here. If you look at my health, it goes down quite a bit. And I have to be afraid of torpedoes here from that spray. Need to take care of her quickly. And then we got Pensacola. She does not handle damage very good. Alright, so that's like a bit more of a health off than I prefer. That's alright. And with the good angles, you can even shoot over islands like this. Now, like I said, you can switch between armor piercing and high explosive. Depends on the situation. Both are very, very powerful. And you just set tons of fires. That's 6 fires so far. 7. This ship now has 3 fires on it. She's just going to burn down so quickly. And it's even worse against Colorados, because you know how squishy Colorados are to high explosive. Let's see if we can finish, or get a few more damaging hits on the hood. I'm going to lose my front turrets here for a moment. Hood is still burning. Wish I'd back up a little quicker. But you can definitely tell how much damage this ship is able to dish out without any problem at all. Like half HP Colorado. See how many salvos it takes. 1, 2, 3. 4 salvos. And a sunken Colorado. From half health to sunk. And Hood looks like she's going to go down. I don't think I can lob over this island. No. That's alright. And she's done. The one place where this ship is really tough is if you get into secondary range of pretty much anything or cruisers focus on you. Most of the armor piercing shells from battleships will just overmatch and overpen you, but still. So, the game is done. 240,000 damage, 3 ships sunk, 438 shell hits, 4 aircraft shot down, 10 citadels, 9 fires, 1 module destroyed, 26 secondary armament hits. Now, this ship is not privy to the free XP bonus, so you cannot grind free XP with her, but that does not mean she is not fun. Like I said, she's one of my favorite ships in the game. Do I recommend her? Absolutely. If you liked Brooklyn and just raining down fire and destruction on your enemies, then you will definitely like Helena. Now, I actually was not very much a Brooklyn fan, but there's just something a little bit different about Helena that makes it that much more fun. I should mention, however, that Brooklyn is matchmaking 7.0. However, Helena is matchmaking 7.5, so you will actually get into some higher tier games occasionally as well. That's alright. Also, the camo on the ship looks amazing. It's one of the reasons why I got her. It just looks so good in my view. Anyways, like I said, do I recommend this ship? Absolutely. But you do have to keep in mind that she is not very good with anti-aircraft. She does suffer, even though she's an American cruiser, when it comes to AA defense. She's very, very squishy. She is a nice sponge for damage, and you do not have the heals to repair her very much. So keep that in mind. And like I said, she does come with radar, but it's only useful in certain situations. Well, thank you for watching my video, and have a good day, and take care.